Good morning, afternoon, or evening, yogis. Thank you for joining me here at Echo Flow Yoga. I am really happy to be tuning in from my little villa in the mountains of San Cristobal de las Casas in Mexico. So, bienvenidos a mi clase hoy. So, welcome to my class today. You might hear me move in and out of Spanish because I'm generally used to speaking Spanish every day. So I've been fumbling my English words whenever I'm recording these yoga classes. So please forgive me. Today's class is really special to me and also very personal, which all classes are and all offerings. And the reason that I offer this class today is, when I'm personally moving through something, the easiest way to offer is to offer what is alive for me. And the same for each of you, whatever it is that you have to offer. Our transitions, our processes are our medicine to the world. And when we're going through them, even if they're quite challenging, they can be so helpful to others because each experience that we have is just a reflection of what we all experience in the human experience. So today's class is on self-resourcing. And if you've never heard this term before, self-resourcing and also self-regulating, I'm referring to taking care of yourself and learning to balance your nervous system, noticing and sensing and tuning in each morning when you wake up to what your needs are that day and what's happening for you internally, and where the anxiousness is, where the tightness is, the contraction, or where the opening is. Some days we get to wake up triumphant, just feeling really excited to be in the human experience. But this practice is for those of us in moments of depth and profundity, when we are just feeling so much. We might feel a bit overwhelmed with the amount of emotions that we're feeling. And I know for myself, I'm in a deep transition here. I've just moved. I'm in a new place. I don't know many people, and I'm dealing with my own mourning and my own grief. And the beauty is, waking up in the morning, and for me personally, self-resourcing and self-regulating is meditating first and journaling and seeing what's alive for me in the moment. And then no matter what I'm feeling, if I don't want to get on the mat or not, I come to my yoga mat. And even if it's just 5 sun salutations, I, do the one foot in front of the other process where I'm like, okay, get yourself some water, make yourself some tea, sit down on your yoga mat and see what comes to life. And never do I regret it. So that is what we'll be doing this morning. You'll be with me on my trip through self-resourcing, and I'll be with you on your trip through self-resourcing. So if you need to pause the video to make some tea, do it. If you're in a hot place, maybe you need a kombucha or an ice water, but whatever it may be, find a comfortable seat. You can bring a block underneath the seat. Maybe you have encyclopedias at your house, or I don't even know if people use encyclopedias anymore, but I make this reference. You can also get pillows, anything to prop the hips up so that the blood lines here can move through the lower part of the body with more fluidity. Let's go ahead and shut the eyes down. And you might hear a little bit of piano music in the background. I tried to make it a little low so it's not too distracting for you, but it's another one of my self-resourcing tips, just relaxing, meditative music. So let the shoulders relax down your back, let your heart be open, and begin to breathe in and out of the nostrils, equal inhalations and exhalations through the nostrils. And breath awareness is big here. So notice if your breath is shallow, open the chest even more. If so, let your shoulders relax. And breathe deeply. Take in as much as you can on the inhalation without force. Let go of everything on the exhalation and feel yourself grounding into the earth. So let the inhalation be this vast opening energy. Let the exhalation be this safety, solidity, and grounding, this earth energy. Let your eyes be soft behind the eyelids and relax all the muscles of the face. So notice if you're clenching your jaw or your brow. And in moments of overwhelm, when I need to self-resource, sometimes I just make sounds inside. So just like a humming noise on the exhalation. You can listen to my hum. Maybe it'll feel good for you to do so as well. And I just take the nice inhalation through the nostrils, and the exhale, I have this internal hum that allows a vibration in my body to bring some ease. So I will begin. Again, inhale. Make some noise on your own. Inhale. One more. Wonderful. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, nice and long. Exhale, bring hands down through center, first to the forehead. Maybe the thumbs trace from the forehead to the nose, to the lips, and down to the heart. And again, nice and slow, inhale, reach up. And exhale, move down through center, thumbs tracing the face, down through the forehead, the nose, the lips, to the heart. We're learning to be soft with ourselves. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, trace the face down the center line, nice and light. Slowly, slowly, lento, 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 to the heart, mi corazón. Pause here, bow the head towards the heart. And aquí es tiempo para una intención. So here is a time for intention. Why are you here today in your body, in your breath? It can be simply mindfulness, presence. But I encourage you to leave behind what came into class with you today and just to be here, feeling into every breath cycle, feeling into your body. Patience, compassion, amor, love. Self-resourcing and regulating is taking time to be with yourself, be with your feelings instead of pushing them away. Invite in your grief, your anxiety, your joy, your pleasure. Feel it all. Take a deep inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, twist to the right. You could keep the eyes closed or open if you'd like. Left hand on the right thigh, right hand down behind you, twisting from the belly, open the chest. I might sneeze. Excuse me. It's a little cold here. And I don't have my fireplace going, so I'm a little chilly this morning. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, twist to the left. Left hand down behind you, right hand on the left thigh. So especially when the world is not giving us what we want or expect, which is quite common, we come to our mats, we come to our own bodies, and we give everything that we need to ourselves. So presence, stillness, being. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, grab opposite elbows. You could open the eyes if they're not open. Press the chest through and look up. Slight back bend here. And do your best to knit your ribs closed here. So pull the ribs in, belly in, but we're still back bending. Shoulder blades down your back. Great heart opening is good, especially if we're feeling any anxiousness or discomfort in the body. And just getting the energy to move throughout the body, opening through the arm lines, across the chest, down the front line here. And we'll begin to move into all planes of the body. Take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down to the knees. And you can bring the block out from underneath you. And let's come on to all fours. So tabletop position. And my favorite, cat and cow. So let's take an inhale, drop the belly, look forward, nice and slow. Exhale, round the spine as you bend the elbows, chin comes up to chest, scared cat. Wiggle it out. Inhale, belly drops, look forward. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, scared cat. Inhale, belly drops, look forward. And exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. And this time, come back to neutral. Bring the hands a little bit forward. And bring them out to the sides of your yoga mat, fingers pointing out. Bring the knees closer together. And we're just going to sweep the hips over towards the right elbow. Open the chest forward. So it might feel funny at first. We're going to get a little creative. If you've done practice with me before, you've probably done this. Sweep the hips all the way back towards the left, and then towards the left elbow, open the chest. So we're getting into the lateral lines. You probably will feel this along the left hip. Move back in that big C shape over to the right. And this time you can drop the belly through center, keep the thighs lifted, and you'll feel the whole front line stretch, like a little seal. And begin to take circles. So your circles can be smaller than mine. They can be slower. They could be a little bit quicker. I want you to get curious in your own body. You can crawl around a little bit. Sometimes I lift a knee and drop it back down. There's no right or wrong. Move in the opposite direction when it feels right. And a big part of self-resourcing is taking accountability for your own body, your own needs. So as you move, notice if you're more focused on what I'm doing and it being right, quote unquote, or if you're feeling into and curating your own experience. This is what I want for you. So embody your expression. Move in the opposite directions. Don't forget, we're here for about 5 more breaths. And true yoga practice is about embodiment and empowerment. This is what we need in our self-resourcing and regulating. So taking charge of our own health, our own movement, and listening to what our body needs. Last round of breath. And come back up to all fours. Slowly sit back onto the heels. We're going to take some neck rolls here. So bring the right ear over to your right shoulder. Pause here. And we're not cranking the neck down here, so just let it fall lightly. And you could begin to swivel your chin on an axis here, meaning maybe looking up towards the ceiling to the left, looking down towards the floor to the right, looking up to the left, down to the right. This could be small or big. And we're just beginning to bring some length into the left side of the body here, from the head down to the shoulder. Let's move to the other side. Left ear to left shoulder. Pause here for a moment. Just notice what we're feeling in the right side of the neck. We hold so much tension here, especially if we work on computers, if we're on our phones a lot, if we're sitting a lot. Find that swivel if you like. Maybe chin down towards the left, up towards the right. And just explore. If you find an area that you're curious about, pause there. Two more breaths. And come back up to center. We're going to come to standing on the knees and tucking the toes under. If you know where we're going with this, you probably aren't liking me too much right now. Big toes touching. Slowly sit back onto the heels, and even the little toes are tucked under. We're coming into toe squat. Hands resting on the thighs. For those of you that have any ankle injuries, of course, just sit back onto the heels. Use this time as a space of relaxation and grounding, focusing on breath. For those of you with the toes tucked, know that there will be a heat that arises in the ankles, across the shins. You might feel uncomfortable. And notice how you react to discomfort. Notice as soon as something happens that maybe you don't like or is uncomfortable, notice if you want to run away or if you can stay with the feeling, the sensation. And observe maybe what you feel uncomfortable about it. Observe what you might not like about it. Because this posture is so good for our energetic health, our meridians, myofascial lines, most end and begin in the feet. So all that energy you feel, that discomfort, is releasing stagnant energy from the body. It begins to heat up and move the energy. Let's stay here for 5 more breaths, trying to distract you with all of my talking. One more breath, you're doing good. All right, come onto the hands. Untuck the toes, pat them out. Yeah. Pat all that energy out. I like to make funny noises when I practice. Voice is a big one for energy. Come back onto the heels, hands behind you, lift the knees, and rock. Sometimes I sing in my yoga practice. I'm not going to do that at the moment. I might, who knows? But I encourage you, sometimes sound just wants to come from you. You know, we've lost touch with our voices. I know that I did most of my life only has my voice been truly activated, and I bring it into my dance, I bring it into my yoga, and the feeling I get is just powerful. So sometimes on your exhalation, if you want to just do that internal hum, you can. Come onto the hands and knees. We'll play a little bit with that. Take an inhale. Let the belly drop, look forward. On the exhale, tuck the toes, round the spine, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. And let's just take a little hum here and see how we feel. So take a nice deep inhalation. A slight bend in the knees. Let the head relax, shoulders relax away from the ears. Let's do that again. Inhale. Just notice how that feels in the body. There's this deep sense of relaxation generally. We activate the vagus nerve from the brain down into the gut and just allow our bodies to arrive. Slowly walk the feet towards the hands. Take your time. Keep all that goodness that you create. Slight bend in the knees, fold in. You could take opposite elbows if you would like. Ragdoll here. Move from side to side or from front to back. Hands to the earth. Take an inhale, bend the knees, plant the feet, really push. And slowly come all the way up to standing. Let the arms hang and begin to bounce a little bit. Bounce, 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 bounce. And as you come up, you might even make some noises. Let the arms hang. Let the heels press into the earth. And again, make some noises. Maybe move the arms from side to side like you're waking up in the morning. Maybe you hum. You could sigh out. Come back to center. Press the feet into the earth, hands alongside the body. Allow yourself to just ground here for a moment. Notice what the energy feels like in the body. Maybe you feel like a bit of an electric buzz, the heartbeat racing a bit more. Maybe the sound is fun. Maybe you feel a little silly. Maybe you feel like, why? Why do I need to do that? And again, I just encourage you to be curious. Be curious about your experience. Really feel into what these experiences feel like for you uniquely. What helps you arrive? What helps you regulate? What helps you resource? Take an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, thumbs down through heart center. Again, trace from the forehead to the nose, the lips to the heart. Being soft and gentle. Inhale, reach up. And exhale slowly through center. So we're taking our time. We're not just throwing the arms up and bringing them down quickly. We're really being intentional. Last one, move slowly. And exhale, softly trace from your forehead down to your heart. And just notice what that feels like. If we ever tenderly touch our bodies in our practice. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, bow down, slight bend in the knees. Take a sip of tea if you have it like me. Inhale, come up halfway, hands to shins. Exhale, plant the hands. Let's step back to a plank position. So building some strength, pull the belly in, round the upper back. Really ground down through the palms. We stay here. So we're building some fire. Again, this might be one of those positions you're like, I don't want to do this. But core is so important in our physical body and our energetic body. So in yoga, the more core that you do, the more helpful this is going to be for your resourcing, your structure. This is our center. Core protects all those vital organs. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring the knees down, bring the chest down, chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward onto the belly, lift the heart, lift the palms just a bit. Press the tops of the feet into the earth and find a couple of pulses. Maybe the feet lift, pulses up and down, building some strength in the lower back. Wonderful. Come down to the earth. Bring the left cheek to the mat, arms alongside the body. Feel the heart grounding with the earth. And bring the hands outside the shoulders, forehead to the earth. Take an inhale, lift the chest up, let the head come up last. Exhale, wave the chest down, let the forehead come down last. Nice and slow. Maybe the hands need to go wider, find a comfortable space for you. Inhale up to your edge. You do not have to go up as high as me. Exhale, come down. So find your edge. Find what feels good. When it doesn't feel good anymore, change it. Inhale up. And exhale down. Maybe you add your exhale with the hum on this one. Inhale up. Inhale. Inhale up. All the way down, palms by the shoulders. Press up and sit back onto the heels, child's pose. Sit back onto the heels, forehead to the earth. Let the hands stretch out in front of you, hips back. And then lift the chest a bit. Walk the hands over towards the right. Lay your chest over the right thigh. Find some length through the side body. Maybe the left palm sits on top of the right, and feel the line of energy from the left pinky all the way back to the left heel. And slowly come back through center, move over to the left. Find length through the right side body. And come back to center, sitting up. Let's go ahead and come over to the left side and swing the legs out in front of you. And I'll sit forward so you can see me here. And we're going to stretch the left leg out in front of us. Bring the right foot to the outside of the left knee and hug the right knee in with the left elbow. Twist to your rights. Nice little twist here at the end of our practice. And back through center, stretch the right leg forward. Bend the left knee, place the left foot to the outside of the right knee. Right arm reaching around that left thigh, twist to the left. And come back through center. Find Sukhasana, easy seat, sitting up nice and tall. And take an inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows, open the heart, pause here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the elbows, open the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands come to heart. And bowing head to heart here for a moment. And settling into the stillness and the silence. Knowing everything that you need, every tool to bring that feeling of love and worthiness, of being found, of finding our path, of knowing our purpose. Everything is right here within. So when we can softly shut the eyes, when we can observe, when we can tune in, sense, when we can dance with our own energy and move with ourself, we can find beautiful ways to regulate, to resource ourselves into our greatness, into our simplicity, into our complexity. And wishing you ease and grace and strength on your path to healing, to resourcing, to coming home to self. Namaste.